Well, there's a directive here that co-pilot President Sixtus, you would like. There's no more jobs for retirees. So
that is certainly something I think
that is in line with your agenda. Mahama suspends
something I would do.
Post-retirement contracts.
Johnny will be very happy by now. Let the retirees go.
Yes.
Let the young grow. Mahama suspends post-retirement contracts in public service. We'll expand on this one today, so make sure you're sticking with us. Also, 3 journalists arrested in first quarter of Mahama presidency. Interesting one there. The back page there talking about CEO MTN empowering young women.
I'll take you to the Daily Post newspaper. On the front page, President Mahama calls on Czech private sector to explore cooperation with Ghana's economy. You know that the president of Czech Republic is in town. Also on the front page, no contract.
Sorry, by the by, Czech Republic, very interesting place. I went there a couple of years ago and took a tour. And the tour guide was telling us about their former president. I'm forgetting the name, definitely not this guy. But if you go on YouTube, for example, there's a compilation of this said president stumbling over at state functions because, he's had a few too many glasses of wine to drink. And that was the signature. But his countrymen, they loved his swag. They loved his style. This new president, though, he's standing straight. So I think everything is okay.
All is well.
All is well.
10 toes down. Also, the front page of the Daily Post, no contract approvals without commencement authorization, according to the finance minister. And suspicious flights in Team Fojo's interrogation will be made public, according to Kwachi Ofosu. BOG disowns criminal use of currency boxes, calls for prosecution. I saw a story on the second page of the paper. Titanic scan reveals groundbreaking details of the ship's final hours. I think that'll be an interesting read if you get a copy for yourself. You go to the back page of the paper, has pictures of the visit of the Czech Republic president to Ghana. Finally, from me is the New Publisher newspaper. The front page, MP keeps cocaine hardcore evidence. Listen to this, MP keeps cocaine hardcore evidence. NACOC threatens arrest. Jinaport runs to diplomats. They have put together everything about the story in one headline. You say MP keeps cocaine hardcore evidence. NACOC threatens arrest. Yes. It's the hardcore evidence.
Reverend?
Yes, it comes with a picture of Reverend in Team Fojo. And then NACOC threatens arrest. Jinaport runs to diplomats. He has written letters as well. Okada riders below age 25 will be arrested. Government set new rules. OSP and CCE team up to fight corruption. And dubious $1 million ICT contract by TDC awarded in 2012 and not under NPP. These are the stories on the front page of the Publisher newspaper.
Okay, I have the Custodian newspaper, fearless, fair, and reliable. Taking off from where you landed, minority seeks diplomatic assistance, and Gran Canary flight scandal comes with a picture of the ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee of Parliament, Mr. Samuel Abu Jinapo. It looks like now, the other day we were saying that they have left the good reverend on his own. He seems to be fighting all the fight by himself. So now we know that the Foreign Affairs Committee, ranking member on the committee, is joining. I think he wants to also go and dig up something from the other end.
I am intrigued by how this particular situation has traveled. I'm surprised. I'm really, really surprised. Yesterday I was on Reverend Team Fojo's X page, and he says the mighty minority. I'm sleeping there because I'm waiting for I'm waiting for a little bit more. He says the minority has been vindicated, and he attached an article to it which only confirmed that yes, the flights came, stayed, and then left. I don't get it. I don't know what further evidence the article contained for him to say that they had been vindicated.
But NACOG is threatening to arrest him. That's according to the new publisher. There are those who are saying this is what Reverend Intim Fojo was looking for. And then if NACOG goes ahead to do that, it means they've played into his hands. They've played into the NPP's hands.
It is possible, but why is he looking for that?
Well, NACOG says they want the evidence you have. Come and give it to us. Let's investigate. It is, a state agency. So if you're not doing that, it is a security agency, and it is maybe able or capable to invite you.
You said it seems that is what he wants.
You mean why would Reverend want that?
Why would Reverend want them to arrest him?
I suppose for the optics. Listen, if you are in the minority and you can play to that card of being under persecution, intense persecution, because he himself. He said, in fact, I was listening to him on the platform. He says, I don't mind if you arrest me or you assassinate me. He said those words. And the comments were like, oh, boss, please. We're going too far now. I mean, in the realm of assassination, I think that...
Assassination or come inside.
Assassination or come inside, no, Charlie. And it's like, be calming down. For me, what I find problematic, and when we put our videos out on YouTube, shout out to all of you who go and watch. We're racking up the views. Thank you. And you leave some very interesting comments. I mean, somebody took strong exception to my view that Reverend Intim Fojo has successfully planted some doubts in my brain. He said, this is why we don't give women the opportunity.
Oh.
Gentlemen, can we be calming down? Oh, Charlie, any least opportunity, then they lump us together. Sarah, just after that, say, hey, you women, please. I represent Helen Appiah-Ampofo and Helen Appiah-Ampofo.
And not women.
And you leave the women out of it. I'm sure that other women had varying degrees of opinion.
Helen Appiah-Ampofo.
But
that's going too far.
That's going too far. Listen, you're allowed to have your opinion, as am I. When I mentioned that some seeds of doubt had been planted, I was specifically referring to some slight discrepancy in flight number and landing times. I mean, initially the communique from the presidency was that those flights had not actually landed before we got further and better particulars. Regardless, that still does not convince me that there was cocaine on the flights. I can have doubts about certain elements, but still we don't know what cocaine.
I listened to the president's spokesperson on another network last night, and he spoke about requests that have been made to Speaker Bagbin for the release of the good reverend,
right?
For him to be investigated.
He should be available.
Some questions.
So like we saw with Mustafa Yusuf, Honorable, and
yes. And indeed, Felix says specifically that it is his wish that question and answer session with the Reverend would be recorded and put out in the public domain, just so that everybody knows what really, went on in the interrogation room. And I also realized that he was trying very hard not to use the word interrogate, that they are going to interrogate the honorable member, because then that would also raise other questions. It will open door for all the people who want to play with the law to start playing with the law, and I think he's trying to avoid that. But I really would be keen on that story. I want to know, really, is there really something that we are all missing?
Well,
this lone voice. Should we be listening, or there's another another matter that we cannot tell? I mean, I really would be interested in.
I see.
In knowing and hearing about this. And as he said, let's just hope that the speaker releases. I'm told that I heard that the letter or the request was made, I think, on Thursday, and they are still waiting for a response from Speaker Bagbin on that request. So, barring any disagreement from Speaker Bagbin, we are likely to see the good reverend, the ranking member, asked some questions on the issue, what he knows, what documentation he has. Like I keep saying, maybe there's some truth to it. Maybe somebody is also doing something on the blind side of the president. Maybe somebody has really orchestrated something that, the minority was able to catch, something on.
Something on, yes.
There are questions that we should ask.
And
yes.
and make no bones about it. Persons who are engaged in drug trafficking and money laundering or whatever, illicit goods smuggling, they are, when we talk about organized crime, we say organized for a reason.
Yes.
It's not easy to go and uncover these kinds of crimes. Sometimes there's a lot of tact involved, a lot of, shall I say, you have to be tactical to get that information. It's not going to be openly revealed to you. So we'll see.
Which is why, again, the ranking member on Foreign Affairs Committee, this publication about their seeking diplomatic assistance and all of that, it is not necessary.
It has political undertones.
Just do the thing.
Yeah.
Bring us the results. So if it is some documentation you are requesting from the foreign mission, do that. Obtain the document. Come out with it. Organize a proper press conference and make these disclosures. We are good to go. But you see, you have taken them, okay, you say you are seeking diplomatic assistance to what? Obtain documentation. The story is on page 8 of the paper, of the custodian newspaper. And it's a full page. It's a full page. It says that they've written to the diplomatic community in Ghana to show interest in the ongoing controversy involving some flights which traveled.
What does that signal to you, honestly, Sixtus, from where you sit? Because, check out the optics. Reverend Ntimfodjo calls a presser on the 1st of April to allege. In fact, he was quite strong on that allegation that some cocaine and some currency had gone back and forth between Ghana and Gran Canaria. Then on the 2nd of April, he then writes to the committee of which he's the ranking member, the Defense Committee in Parliament. Would you rather not have done it the reverse? You write to the committee if it seems as though there is some leg dragging or you're not getting, or feet dragging, you're not getting that information, then you call a presser. But to call the presser on the 1st of April.
I think this was my very first submission on this matter when we started.
That's right.
I think the very first day we started the discussions on this, I said that, look, it was obvious to me that they had not done enough digging before coming to the press. You see, and knowing the sensitivity of the matter, and in fact the fact that government can deny whatever bare mere allegations you raise, a lot more should have gone into it. And recall I also said that if the side knew it did not have enough to come to the press, then that presser shouldn't have been organized, number one, and it shouldn't have been addressed by the ranking member, number 2.
Somebody else could have addressed that.
Allow the communicators, allow them to go to town with it. Whilst you gather, if your argument is that you don't want the fire to die out, because I think they came out 2 days after the plane had allegedly flown out of the jurisdiction. That was when they came out. In fact, I started seeing that chat on social media way before the press conference was organized. So I think that they should have done a lot more behind the scenes before coming to the press. You have come to the press. They have dared you. You have not responded to the dare. And now...
And in fact, you're still refuting any evidence that's put forth by government. You say it's false, it's fake, it's...
Without presenting anything else. You who raised the allegations. And now your colleague on the Foreign Affairs Committee has written to diplomatic community to do what?
And all throughout your communique on social media, you are now using the phrase or the tag cocaine buying. What kind of optics do you want us to infer from this? You've gone everywhere but to the security agencies to present what you have. What do you want us to infer from this?
I think that would just seem a deliberate calculation to leave the administration with a certain tag. I'll give you another one. I think you even read a similar headline. If you go to the front page of the Custodian newspaper, it says, "Culture of silence and brute force under Mahama. 3 journalists arrested in 3 months. Many houses raided." Culture of silence. What's a culture? What's a culture? In 3 months, the administration is 3 months old. I'm not saying we should wait for the administration to do harm to so many of us. And God is my witness. I have condemned attacks on journalists on this same platform time and again. Just last week, I was talking about the Joy FM guy, Latif.
Yeah.
Latif's case.
That's
and
right.
I said, no, it is the way the case is dragging in court. And in fact, it was based on a story that said that the AG's department was not helping the matter because the prosecutor was almost always absent at trial anytime the case was called. That was the newspaper report.
Right.
And I went on to then, dish out my peace of mind on the matter. So I am not saying it is all right for 3 journalists to be arrested in 3 months. I'm not saying that. Let no man misquote me or misunderstand me.
Right.
I'm not saying that we should clap for the government for arresting these 3 journalists, even though we still don't understand the stories behind these people. The first person that is mentioned is what's his name? Akatechi was the name.
Oh, Akatechi.
Efrifa.
Okatechi. Yes.
Okay, thank you. What is your problem? You have corrected me. I've said thank you. You are looking at me.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you. You see, and that story was all over social media.
That's right.
A lot of us were confused about it. And it died off like that. I'm not sure the man himself has told this story. When the Ghana Web guy, not Ghana Web, the modern Ghana guy, my friend, the guy who was arrested by national security, it became a big issue. We all did stories on that matter. And in fact, eventually we got the guy to speak. Let's follow these stories and not just make it look like there's some propaganda somewhere to label an administration with a certain tag. 3 months, and we've started drug peddling. What again? Money laundering. Culture of silence. I continue. We don't use land guards in our operations, Zoom Lion declares. And yes, I've already read this one. Culture of silence and brute force under Mahama. 3 journalists arrested in 3 months. Many houses raided. And it comes with the picture of President Mahama and the 3 journalists, Gordon Asari Bediako. He's a friend. Okatachie, right?
Yeah, so.
And Prosper. I'm taking my time.
Crosby, if Sixtus gives you some words to pronounce in his language right now,
don't mind me.
Give it to me right now.
Hey.
Give it to me.
Hey.
Give it to you.
say Coco Mategbo.
Give it to you. Say hey.
Daily Guide newspaper, Ghana's favorite newspaper, front page headlines. Ghana Bauxite Company targets 6 million tons by year end. More ECG cables, meters found in Takrade, Kumasi. 7 soldiers remanded over civilian deaths in Kumasi. We will tackle trade barriers. Commonwealth Secretary General Shelley Ayoko Boche is quoted. Minority petitions, diplomatic call over Air Med flight saga. And that is what we have on the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper. On the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper, Truth and Accuracy Every Day. Opioids abuse destroying nation's youth. And renowned psychiatrist sounds alarm. Professor J.B. Asari, former chief psychiatrist, is the one quoted here. TDC invites Yoko to probe procurement breaches. Ghana Bauxite Company targets 6 million tons production this year. GTEC warns of abuse of honorary degrees. Dr. Professor Emeritus.
Doctor.
Those who are fighting us for not adding doctor to their titles when the thing has just been conferred on you. Because
it has been conferred on me, but it is part of me.
Oh no, it's not part of you.
They are calling people Osahin in parliament. Is it conferred or is
So let traditional authority come and fight it.
Okay. I have my name.
Because all these honorary titles that are conferred on us, they are to celebrate our contribution in the specific fields. So if they say, because you have contributed to the development of early childhood education in Ghana, UCC, for instance, confers on you honorary professor.
Say doctorate. Say that one. Say doctorate.
No. Professorial.
Let's say the doctorate and let's be free. Honorary professor.
Then you go about saying professor. You are professor. We should call you Prof. Crosby.
They have conferred it on me.
That's why you are insisting that we should be calling you Prof. Crosby. You've been worrying our heads in this house with your professor thing.
My own is not honorary.
You end it.
Honorary. Yeah.
You are a professor of what?
Before I'll tell you, it's secret.
On the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper, EU intervenes to address perennial water crisis in Tamale and Damango. GIS foils cocoa smuggling attempt at Kauk-Jago border.
All right, Prof, we do have two papers, BNFT and the Finder newspaper. Sink your teeth into that for us.
Nice. The Business and Financial Times, BOG pushes for industry-led consolidation to reform SDI sector. There's also some $2 billion spent annually on foreign shipping services. That's according to the Chamber of Shipping. And for economy, prioritize growth for macroeconomic stability in reset agenda. Appointments, CBG appoints Dr. Naomi Kwete as new managing director and Emma Bulling is board of trustees chair of the National Mining Museum project. You go to the New Finder newspaper, and CD starts week with $1 going for 16 cedis. So that's an increase.
Oh la 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 la. The poor city must be tired.
Very
16 Ghana
very
cedis.
tired.
$1 is 16 Ghana cedis.
Irredeemably tired.
$1.
The poor city.
Even a massage cannot save the dollar from the cedi from the dollar.
It is well. Invest in brand loyalty for sustainability. The story is on page 4, and the big story, banner headline on the front page of the New Finder newspaper: U.S. ambassador stunned by 10% tariff on cocoa. Right, he did. U.S. ambassador. You didn't know. The story is on page 5 of the paper.
Stunned. As in shocked, surprised.
Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry Samson Ahi has revealed that United States Ambassador to Ghana was left surprised and concerned over the recent 10% tariff slapped on Ghana's cocoa exports by Donald Trump. So it's not the woman who's saying she's stunned, it is the Deputy Minister saying that. The woman says that.
He said, not even the ambassador was surprised. How is that possible?
The ambassador was surprised.
But according to you, the paper
But why does that surprise you, Sixtus?
No, the chief of mission cannot say that she's not aware of the policy. Maybe the announcement of it took her by surprise.
Maybe the timing. She didn't expect that it would be.
But definitely she would have known that it is coming. She would have known about it.
And when it is coming,
it is doing. Anyway, so Jamila too has come.
Good morning to you, Jamila.
Good morning, my friend. I like the way I've become a friend. And Helen has become rival. Crosby remains a crush. Crosby remains a crush. The EC should pay the officials they engaged in the just ended presidential and parliamentary elections. This is Renis Brimer commenting under our stream. We keep getting these comments on a daily basis. Yes. There's always somebody who comes to ask for their money. These are people who were engaged to conduct the December polls, and they have still not been paid. So EC chairperson Jean Mensah and deputies Dr. Bosman Asari and Mr. Tete, you have missed calls. I'm really enjoying the best show live and clear insight in Indianapolis, Kumasi, Tanoso. Kesbin Junction. A is the main location. Pedroa, Maldina Cruz. Charlie, complicated though. Good morning to you too, Sheriff. Dismiss the CJ, remove Jean Mensa, and Ghana will have more peace. Oh, Renis.
They don't do it like that.
They don't do it like that. Renis, that's not how it works. It doesn't work like that in our country.
You don't wake up and...
No. It doesn't work like that in our country. So we beg you, be calming down. As Helen said, be calming down.
Everybody should take a deep breath. I know that country is can be quite stressful, but nothing pains me more than not being able to go to somebody's workplace and reply them straight, boots for boots. This
young man is raining too much violence under our stream.
He says what?
Rainis, and I won't read the rest. He's just going on. Charlie, did you wake up well?
What's the subject matter?
No, he's various things. I won't read the rest. I won't read the rest.
Transfer anger.
All right, gentlemen. Well, this one is still topical, but I think we have maybe already sunk our teeth into it. This is to do with the alleged drug trafficking scandal, and we know that some members of the minority are asking or have asked the diplomatic community to get involved. This one also was captured on the front page of the New Publisher newspaper. Okada riders below the age of 25 will be arrested. The age of 25, I think yesterday we talked about it,
yes.
Not in great detail, but came up.
There was, remember there was this young man who was providing us information. I said I was going to look into that. He mentioned that it is, it's actually provided in our laws that for a commercial driver, so if you are a trotro driver, for instance, a taxi driver, for instance, a long distance driver, for instance, you must be 25 years and above.
Okay.
So that was what he commented under the stream. But I really, I was wondering what the reasoning behind that would be. Why would the framers of the law say that
25 is the age? I don't know why. We dig further into that. I don't know. Is it at 25 that is it your frontal lobe or your that's when it has fully developed? Your frontal lobe or so.
How is that related
so
to
I just did that.
Maybe before you embark on any business, want to make sure your medulla oblongata is in the best shape or is fully formed. Although I don't know whether it's really true, because I know some post 25-year-olds, I'm not so sure if the frontal lobe or the cortex lobe is actually fully developed, but that's
okay. So I just did a quick Google search, and this is what I'm getting. It says that the Road Traffic Regulations 2012 pegs the age limit at 18 years for private cars and 25 years for commercial drivers, and this was published as far back as September 2019. Reduce age limit for trotro drivers, and this was a call by GPRTU to the Transport Ministry. Let me try to get a full story. And they are referencing the road traffic regulations. Pegs the age for driving commercial vehicles at 25 and 18 for private vehicles. However, the leadership of the GPRTU wants the age limit to be reduced to at least 21 years. According to the leadership of the union, reducing the age limit to 21 would inspire the youth to be interested in driving commercial, hence contributing to job creation. And this was a story held from an interview that was granted Accra-based Star FM Thursday, September 26, 2029 by General Secretary of the Union, George Ofori David at the time. So yes, I think that would be it. Reduce age limit for trotro drivers. Another one also that's on the Star FM. Ghana's Driver's Guide. It should be there as well. So this is captured in our laws. You have to be 25. I don't know whether we are. Like I said,
I think it is in the road traffic regulation 37
yes.
1B.
37 1B.
I don't have it completely yet, but that is what I'm picking. That is it is in 37 1B. That is what it says there. It talks about how old you should be to operate a commercial vehicle, and that will include tricycles and motor riders and all of that. So it's not something new.
No, it's not new.
I see.
It's not new. But you see, based on the petitions, okay, again, let me admit that I haven't read the law and I haven't read the memo to the law, so I'm not sure what the intention of the framers would be. But I'm just guessing that given the chaos on our roads, we are looking at a certain level of maturity, which doesn't come with age.
Not really.
But I've seen the grey-haired misbehave on the road.
That's what I'm saying. That I don't know why 25. I think we're excluding too big a chunk of a demographic who can be engaged in viable with this kind of business. Yes, I mean for me,
Okada,
18,
taxi,
19. I mean these are young, and in fact at that time their brain is sharp. So allow them to operate. But we can talk about that in some more detail. This one is captured on 3news.com. Also, it's on the front pages of many of the stories. I just wanted us to get some better and further particulars. Now, Damongo lawmaker Samuel Abu-Jinapo has formally written to the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps and Ambassador to the Republic of Lebanon to Ghana, His Excellency Maher Kier, to intervene in the ongoing Gran Canaria flight scandal. Now, check this out. He wants the foreign diplomat to use diplomatic channels, listen to me carefully, to collaborate with the Ghanaian security and intelligence community to unravel the puzzle. He's written to the ambassador. Listen, we are in Ghana, guys. Guys, let me map this out for you, okay? Clear your brains for me. If you haven't had your coffee or your tea this morning, that's okay, but follow.
Is it collaborate for Helen?
Yes. Damongo lawmaker Samuel Abu-Jinapo, you know him from the previous administration as his last portfolio, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. He's written to the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps and Ambassador to the Republic of Lebanon to Ghana to intervene in the ongoing Gran Canaria scandal. Again, I said, check this out. He wants the foreign diplomat to use diplomatic channels to collaborate. This ambassador to Lebanon should collaborate with the Ghanaian security and intelligence community to unravel the puzzle.
The people you want them to collaborate with, the Ghanaian security, they need information. The person they want the information from says they will not bring the information. So what collaboration is it?
But that is why Helen is painting the picture. You have raised serious damning allegations.
Yeah.
You have evidence to back your allegations. Come present your evidence so that we can take the matter up. You say you know go do.
You can't force me.
Now you have written to foreign diplomats in your country.
And in particular, ambassador, Lebanese ambassador.
No, because he is the dean of the diplomatic corps. That's the reason.
Okay, because geographically, I was trying to connect the dots, but
no,
in his capacity as dean.
That
so
is why
he should collaborate.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
with let's say class prefect.
Using diplomatic channels. Why not even write directly to the Spanish people? After telling them that they are noted for this. I would approach them cautiously. After you were right. After you have a ranking member on your defense committee publicly saying that in Gran Canaria and listen, nobody perceptions exist, perceptions abound. But if I were a lawmaker in Ghana, I would be extremely tactful in how I present that. I'm not going to go on my X page and say, you, this country, you are known for that. So if a plane is coming to and from your country, I can infer from that something untoward is going on. Justification for that. You can't fault them. There are things that are bare facts, known facts, accepted or acceptable facts.
Even with your colleague in the workplace, there are things that are known facts about certain colleagues, but you dare not say them. You don't say them like that. You don't say it just like that. There's a way to say that, but to infer that place, that's how they are. So if I see a plane going there, then Charlie, you do your own. I mean, I just want to understand. You have somebody who is on home soil who says they have further and better particulars. You write to the diplomatic corps and ask them to come and collaborate with the security agencies. Interestingly as well, and this one you can also find on 3news.com, you have the GCAA, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, also wading into the conversation. Now, you might have spotted a press release yesterday. Also one from Ghana Airport Company Limited addressing these issues. But Ghana Civil Aviation Authority has responded to allegations of drug trafficking and money laundering. And we put some pointers out on our Facebook. If you're following on with us, good job. Now, 1, landing permits of all aircraft entering Ghana are issued by the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority in conjunction with the National Security and not the Ghana Airports Company Limited. Okay, so what's going on? Are we getting a poking of holes in the communique?
It's not me. That's what.
Okay, can we move on? Let's see
I
what's...
think in this case, it's the aviation authority is rather accepting responsibility.
Okay.
It's saying that don't. This is not a matter for the airport company.
Okay.
This is a matter for us.
Okay.
We issue the permits.
Certainly.
So if anything at all, come to us.
Come to us. All right.
That's the sense I get.
That's why we keep Dong-Ullo on the show, right? All security checks were conducted by Aviation Security and National Security, while ground handling services were conducted by Swissport Company for the aircraft that arrived. All right, now there was no evidence of any illegal substances on board both aircraft. Now, the managing director, Mrs. Yvonne Nana Ifriopare, does not know or has never met or spoken to Reverend Intim Fojo. The onus is on the groups or individuals making false allegations to provide evidence of same. Ghana Airports Company Limited hereby serves notice that the company
run away from this.
will not hesitate to seek legal redress against any media house, individual, or any other for any intentional or mischievous
So what has the media
publication
done again?
on Reverend Intim Fojo's false allegations and related matters that seek to bring the image of the company, its managing director, or the government into disrepute regarding the two aircrafts.
No, wait. Why are they threatening us to? Why is the media always an easy target to punch? Why?
They are conduits.
But no, somebody has said his thing. Go and catch the person, threaten the person with the legal redress, whatever redress. Now you are coming to say media to what have we done?
We are listening to Tim Fojo.
We shouldn't listen to it.
Telling people what.
Well, they will like juice, so if the juice is coming, we'll take it.
They'll see you, sir.
No. Also, see, rejoinders are allowed. The man has organized press conference. You are also allowed to organize press conference. And this is, by the way, belated. I mean, this should have come immediately after the...
That has been the critique.
For your
presser. That has been the critique that some of our agencies have been slow to react. Is it that at the points when it was made, they thought it's much ado about nothing? But you see what can happen if you don't quickly address issues. You leave so much room for inference, speculation. And that is what we have now. But time check, 21 minutes after 7. We open up the phone lines so that you too can have your say. I know you are very passionate about a number of issues that we discuss. Let's remember to always keep our comments short, sweet, snappy, but also constructive so that we can hear from as many of you as possible. Our phone lines are activated 0559 242 717 or 0556 910-154. Jump straight onto our phone lines and get on to our first caller. Hello, good morning.
Helen, good morning to you.
Papa Bisu, good morning to you. How are you doing?
Well, come ça.
Why is it come see? Why is it come ça?
You nailed the lane right, my sister. My greetings to Sixtus and then Noble, then Johnny, wherever Johnny is. Greetings to see. If you give a space to someone to be fooling, at the end of the day, it goes against you. Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
He says it's oversight. He says he's engaged in oversight.
The point was, this guy came out with falsehood. because he's a member of parliament, so you cannot get hold of him it's in for job. Is it because of immunity something? Then we have to do something about this immunity, because we'll be having this sort of thing going forward though. And now when they realize that he can be picked up or arrested, they are now saying that diplomatic committee should come in. The FPP are now saying that, look, the security agencies, whoever is the head or whatever, I may be saying certain things that are not proper, but it's serious. You know, the other time I was saying this thing last week.
Yes.
And you try to, you see,
yes,
you see
because
but
Papa Bisi, you know, when we sit on this platform, I also have to regulate. Once you hang up the phone lines, the onus is on me. I'm the one that has to respond to certain things.
You are right, though.
Yes.
You are right, though. But now look, you are also saying that when you give space to someone to, you know, do things, the result is this. Didn't you say it right now?
I said we have to make sure that allegations are addressed expediently. Now we have a lot of speculation and confusion. So I agree with calls. I agree with calls that Ghana Airport Company, everybody should have come out a bit quicker so that we could have understood what was going on.
So I'm just trying to say that, look, we don't have to give room to these MPP people to be giving headache to all of us. And at the end of the day, the same lies that they told against Nkrumah, I get my point, which led to Nkrumah being overthrown. Same lies against JJ. Same lies against the first government of His Excellency John Mahama. And he was voted out of power. We are now in power. We don't have to give any space to these people, MPP people,
Papa,
to be riding on us. No way.
Thank you for your thoughts.
Have a good day.
Have a blessed morning, Papa Bisu. I get on to my next caller. Hello, good morning.
Auntie Helen, good morning.
How are we doing?
I'm doing well.
Who's speaking?
Sapperman.
How's Sapperman this morning?
Who just left? Papa Bisu.
Papa Bisu.
And also your team, Noble, and then Sixtus and my boss Johnny, wherever he is, as my boss said. We are waiting for him to come and start work on Monday.
He'll be here.
Yes. MP for Amasama constituency also is dating you this morning. He said he's waiting for you people to see what he's doing.
Certainly.
As he has started work. Auntie Helen, the last time I was saying something that this of our country, sometimes we do understand some people, especially the politicians. You see, you make your allegation. And we are in this country, we know that whenever you suspected some wrongdoing, we have institutions that you have to collaborate with so that the investigation will take place and then we see what has happened or what went on. We have police, we have this. You didn't go to anyone. The president even give you opportunity to meet those institutions and then the investigation starts. You remember sometime he came out and said nobody has given him invitation.
That's right. Yeah, Reverend says he has not been formally invited.
Yes. This man, Ofosu Kwachi called. I will mention the media name. It was Asampa FM. And they called Ofosu Kwachi. And Ofosu said he was at the studio. The man in Team Fojo was at the studio. And Ofosu said they gave him invitation through his leader. Because he himself even said that it was minority program, whatever. So they give him through invitation, his leader. And he was saying that channel was not the right channel, that he has to appear. I listened to him on FM last week. So who are they deceiving? They sometimes think we Ghanaians are mad. And they are finding a way to spoil this government business. God will shame all of them.
Thank you so much for your call this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my sister.
Pastor Dewale, how are we doing?
By His grace.
All is well?
Oh, the Lord is in control.
Let's hear you.
Well with our soul.
Amen.
Before I proceed, let me say a happy birthday to my former moderator, as EP Church Ghana, West Volta President, Reverend Retired Joyce Kofi Kodade. He's over 80 today, and may the Lord continue to grant him long life. With the lovely wife, Mrs. Mercy Kodade. And to my current moderator, Professor Reverend D.Y. Bruce. My sister, ever since this issue began, if you study me, I have not contributed. Or you must have your fact, just as people always give us authentic information or news. Now it's becoming one too many, and there are other more pressing developmental issues.
That's right. Very pressing issues.
Highlight.
Very pressing issues.
For instance, this morning when you said the dollar was 16 cedis, I already told myself, when at all would the dollar be equal to 1 Ghana 1 cedi? That was what came to memory. And it takes a hard work, and we must domesticate this economy, or our economy, with one purpose of achieving that national development. But my sister, you said you have facts. For instance, if Odewale had made any statement, and I'm called today, which you people would decline, and I'm to answer, will I now be attaching 3FM or TV3? Of course not. Now, you even claim they should come all the way to your committee level at Parliament. The security agencies or the agencies responsible said, provide it. You can't. Now you are using what? You see, these are some of the things we do, and when you refer, people say you are trying to be in fact, you are attacking. Look at the motorway. This same group of people today, MPP who were UP, stood against motorway when Kwame Nkrumah built it in the 60s. Even Akosombo Dam, they said, Ghana, we were too few in population, we only need a plant or generator. Today, who has enjoyed it most? So, in fact, sometimes we should stop wrecking this nation. If it is not only our party, then nothing must work. It is not helping at all. Ghana is older than all political parties.
Absolutely. Have a blessed morning, Pastor Odewale. He says Ghana first. Let me take my next call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Odeyo. What is it?
Bibiabo call now where? One say. Who's speaking, please? Where are you calling us from?
This is Nokura Sam, Kasefri Kaswa.
How's Kaswa this morning? We did. Let's hear you, please.
What is my boss, Johnny?
Johnny's on a small leave, but any day now, he will be right back. Rest in Kakra. Yo.
Cocaine issue. I can't want to. Penny for us or more ya. Aye, dog. Entin MPP for a person room. No 2 weeks through the good Ghanaians. Your best friend. Who said the way your man penny asoria when the nisu krakra water so to Tony man. So I'm a minister and fan or someone sorry. And then me know say drones why you cry you didn't monitor Galamsey site in Hong Kong over 200 no. And then me know say minister say you who drones no about a way. Sika the car by $3 million. What the Kosika did them over 480 billion. What checking 16 cities. So we're checking the 15 cities per dollar. And you end up 445 million Ghana city, billion Ghana city. Let's go in now. A year, how much is that? It's your company for more from then you know. No, only go forward, you know. I'm the two, no,
yeah, that's it. Yo, thank you for your call. He says we have other matters to address. You recall that some issue of drones, no sighting of drones has come up. Let me get on to my next caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sister. How are you?
I'm doing great. Who's speaking?
Yeah, this is Frederick from Anglonga Volta region.
How's Anglonga this morning?
We are managing. We are not managing, my sister. We cannot afford 3 square a day under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. His second coming is becoming worse every day by day.
You're hungry, you say. What's going on? No jobs?
Oh, if there is job, you know, the corn we are buying it Olonka here, 30 cedis per Olonka. So if there is job, the money that you take to buy the thing is a problem. And you know, here Volta region, we don't have any meaningful factory jobs here. The only thing we have is government and our farm and fishing. That's all.
But can I ask, how long has this been going on for? 5 months ago, 6 months ago?
Sister,
how was it?
Within these 2 months, it's becoming so serious than previous.
I see.
It was okay.
Okay, so 6 months.
This is not quality.
No, let me. I don't know that at all. I just want to get the facts from you. 6 months ago, it was better.
I want to ask the deputy director or director of Airport Company Limited why there was light out during the time they are fixing tire, whatever Honorable Felix Kwache alleged.
Right.
They should be asking themselves this question. These are all afterthoughts. If NDC think that they spend money. They spend money more than any ruling government during campaign time. They know, those callers, they know. Some of the police station executives receive 5,000 cedis each.
I see. So this is intel according to you. I cannot verify this information, by the way.
If they want money to pay their sponsors, it is not suddenly cocaine. We know NDC during the previous regime of John Dramani, there was a lot of cocaine saga. We have a lot of evidence there. If Honorable Fojo is saying something and he called on the security to come, why didn't show up?
Would you advise him to go straight? Bear with me. Would you advise him to go straight to the security agencies with what he has?
I said if Fojo will go, all of us will go. I will also go. They have to arrest all of us. This is becoming too much. We did not sell the country to NDC. We did not sell it to them. Ghana does not belong to them.
Certainly, it belongs to all of us.
They have to come and account to us.
Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for your thoughts. Let's get on to my next caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sweetheart.
Who's speaking? Where are you calling us from?
I am Toto Pachi. Ashima Suba Kanabli, the real Votarian, not fake, pretending as if Votarian. The real
This is filled with a lot of passion. What's going on, sir?
My dear sister, my dear love, if you want me to speak away, let me go on and speak away to you.
Can we stay with the English, please, so I can hear you? Thank you so much.
You know something? I didn't intend to go this way, but this honest guy who just called in, he is provoking me. I thought he's my written guy who is coming to say something.
He has his opinion.
My sister,
let's stick to your matter.
What are we saying now?
Let's speak to them. Speak to the matters.
It is said that who he alleges must prove.
That's right. You're right.
Not it?
Correct.
Or whoever that asks for equity must come with a clean hand. Is that not it?
Indeed.
Okay, where are we now? In Team Fojo, he said there were 2 planes in our airport who your intel tells you are carrying some money and then drugs, that is cocaine. Fine. The spokesperson of the government has came out to say there is nothing of that such happened and gave us evidence, time, and then the number or boarding time or everything to the nation. And you still insist there was something. And they said, okay, come out with your evidence. Look at this guy who, good for nothing guy, said if they call him Team Fojo, they will all go.
No, let's not be personal. That's his opinion, please. Retract that for me. Retract that for me, please. Retract it.
All right, for the sake of the love and the respect I have for you, I retract that portion.
Thank you. I'm grateful.
Let me proceed and end it.
Yes.
Thank you very much. You know, it's about time this our people, my party leaders, NDC, must crack the ship. You see, these NDC people are putting their fingers in their mouth to see there is no teeth. That is all this nonsense is going on. If they should crack the ship, deal with the corrupt or the wrongdoers, they wouldn't have been going this tangent at all. But, I can assure them, we are not going to let them go scot-free. We will match them good for. They've done it before, and Ghanaians bought or fall into it, and they went scot-free. But this time, we will not give them the opportunity to fool around or spill lies on this very government who is about to deliver. And indeed, you can see everywhere that he is delivering. So we are on course, my sister. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your call. I don't know what you've all eaten this morning. The submissions are. They're very passionate. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Auntie Helen.
Who's speaking? Where are you calling us from? What is in the air? What is in the air this morning?
My name is Abolu.
Abolu.
It's a common sense.
Abolu, are you more calm this morning? Please, I want to know.
Angloga.
And you're also calling from Anloga?
Anloga, Trijanshi or Manukopa.
How are things?
I called because of my brother Frederick. He's my own brother. He's just, I've been still thinking about the 38% loss. And I'm hoping that you will soon get out of the shock. And let me say good morning to Tukwachi. You see, my sister, you asked my brother Frederick a simple question. The information revenue in Team Fojo is having. Won't you go straight and give it to the security agency?
Yes.
Simple as ABC. Just help matters. Why will you be there? People will be giving you name, Sofumuko and that. So are you happy with those names? Whatever you have, just go and give it to the people. And this explanation front and back, will this thing help? Frederick, you are Angoga. When are you coming to Accra? And you are complaining about Tete Ghana corn or whatever. When you were asking him, when did this change? My own brother, ever since the 38%, my brother is not on himself. I've begged him, I said, NPP is not for you, Frederick. My sister, and this, I know this GS or the schools have gotten some food items.
That's right.
The complaint from this Megis, Massey, Methodist guest, they say the food are there, but they don't have firewood to cook enough food for the schools, the students. So I want to beg of the authority, firewood. Why can food be there and they will not get enough firewood to cook more food? So because of firewood, they don't cook enough. And about this age of 25 years for this commercial editing, I supported it. Okay. Because at least 22 to 24 years, you will complete editing, let's say tertiary school. So if you check these Okada guys, a lot of them are young boys, 18, 19, 20, and that age is a school-going age.
Right.
So at least 25 years is enough.
Thank you for that.
I support it. Have a good morning, my
Have a blessed morning. I'll take my last caller, and then we'll make way for some sports. Hello, good morning. Who's speaking?
Yeah, it's Kim, Precious, you know.
Precious, how are we?
Oh, by the day, by the grace.
Talk to me.
Yeah, you know, this country, when we put our eyes down and look, MPP, very, very, very wicked party. We should support them to rule this country no more. Because before US, our currency is 5,000. And they change this money by heartily. And Akufo-Addo came, you know that Ghanaians are wise. He came a bed. Solution 4 years. He took 4 years a day by force. So MPP, FDC have to stand strongly and punish the leaders if they are talking about cocaine. Who produce cocaine in this country?
Thank you, Precious, for that. And we'll park it here for community voices. And thank you to everybody who engaged with us on our phone lines today. The passion was palpable. But at the end of the day, it's not about party colors. It's about Ghana. Let's not let politics blind us to what truly matters. It's progress, accountability, and the well-being of all of us. And of course, on 3FM Sunrise, that is what we're asking, that we always put Ghana first. Passion is good, but let's not lose sight of the bigger picture. It's Ghana first, not party first.